cold. It's because I'm run down, because I told you what happened to me, like the last week, running around with my mom. Then I got my period, so like I'm really run down. So it's like, no, but it's like everything drains you, and then it's like your wet change. Like it's just, you could see like my eyes, like everything's sucked out of me. Like, if I start dry coughing,
and I got my period.
I'm sorry. I mean, whatever. Like,
That was fun.
I don't even. Oh shit. Oh, fire dolphin. I told you that I figured out the way to fucking get through the whole Facebook shit now.
Hey.
You know how fucking. Yeah. Oh, we're not muted. Kyle. It's picking up.
You're listening to the All Elite Podcast, your favorite AEW fan podcast for in-depth analysis and discussions about the number one growing brand in professional wrestling today, All Elite Wrestling. This podcast is broadcasted live on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch on behalf of the No Holds Barred Network. The network is your source for wrestling interviews and podcast content featuring independent wrestling and AEW. Also, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So sit back, relax, and interact in the live chat. Enjoy the show.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the All Elite Podcast right here on the No Holds Barred Network. your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. My name is Kyle Masters. I am your self-proclaimed greatest host, your Canadian prince, and I'm always joined by my co-host. As always, she back. Her name is Tiffany, but she's got a list of nicknames that she's gonna politely hold up the sign for me. I missed last week. She is the queen of the Indies. That's one. She's the lady of the light tubes. That's two. She's the EVP of giggles. That's three. And most importantly, she is the heartbreak chick. That's Tiffany.
What's going on?
Hello.
Thank you for taking care of last week. I was shot.
Hey man, whenever I get a chance to talk to myself for like an hour, oof. Love it.
Your voice is in the head again.
Your voice is in my head.
Okay, you're hanging out with Anthony a lot.
At the butt rock. Yeah, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All Elite Podcast, where myself and Tiffany talk about everything in that AEW world, whether it's from BT, Rampage, Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, the 300 other shows they will add eventually that I'm going to get lost in translation with. But we talk about it all right here in the podcast, and today it's obviously our special All Elite Predictions episode of the podcast. Going to predict the entire card for All Out. Shaping to be a really big pay-per-view. It's a big event. This is basically like their WrestleMania, their SummerSlam. It just seems like All Out's the event to do it at, and why not? Because, you know, All In was the inaugural kind of first step into becoming what became of AEW, right? So why not just have All Out be their big pay-per-view every single year? And we're going to talk about it. You got 10 fantastic, potentially 11 fantastic matches on the docket. We'll talk about each and every single one, give you guys our opinions. Tiffany, I'm already going to bring something up to you. Just saying, I went back and I actually had to listen and I tracked it. We tied the last time we did predictions. Not Double or Nothing. Revolution is when we both did predictions together because you weren't at the Double or Nothing one, so I didn't count that one. So Revolution, we tied, actually. We did tie. There is no winning streak here.
Overall, I have the winning streak.
Overall, sure. Why not? I'll give it to you. Why not? Anywho, let's see if we can stop ending in a tie. You know, we tie too many times on our predictions. Too many times we tie.
Yeah.
Like I think you've won 2 out of all the pay-per-views we predicted, and tied, and I haven't won 1 yet.
We tied a lot. I think like the first year we kept tying, and then I think it was the final one that I won.
I haven't won one yet. I don't think I've won one yet. I'm due. I'm due for a pay-per-view win. Or one or the other. Anyways, hello to everyone in the live chat, whether on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, or if you're watching back on YouTube. If you guys are watching back and you've been watching on YouTube, please do us a huge, huge favor. It's free to do so. It's really easy. Just take this thing right here, this little mouse here. You scroll a little bit down to that big thumbs up there, and click. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just click. The thumbs up helps us in the YouTube algorithm. If you want as well, you can subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button's right there too. That's also free. Everything is free. All you got to do is click. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in live. If you're watching back, if you're going to be listening to this on audio, which will be available on audio platforms tomorrow morning. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's going to be a big weekend. It's already been a big week.
Be safe to the ones that are going to Chicago or already in Chicago. There's a lot of wrestling. I'm so jealous, Kyle. There's so much wrestling going on between even the Indies and then AEW. I wish I was there. I mean, me and Kyle were just talking about that before, that I was there 2 years ago. Man, one day, me and Kyle will be back.
I can't even leave my country.
No.
It's getting bad again. It's just getting bad again up here now. Now, they're making everything. They're becoming a lot more stricter up here now, and people are not really too happy about it. But I'm not going to rant about that.
Maria is in the chat.
Oh,
finally catch an episode.
Wow. Maria, guys, if you don't know, M. Ling there in the YouTube chat, Maria Ling, she is the one that does the outros for BTE, those cartoon sketches, and she's done a lot of t-shirt designs for them, and she does all those cool things on Twitter. Give her a follow for her great work. She's an awesome, awesome artist. We've had her on the show. She's a good friend of ours. Maria, so glad you can catch a live show. I love you. And I see also Issa. I see you. Yeah. Fortunately, doesn't look good for Arthur Ashe for me. So if I might not be able to see you, but one day, if I don't get to Arthur Ashe, one day I'll be able to meet all you fantastic people that I haven't met yet. Tiff, I've already met like 3 times, so it's okay.
Yeah, we're sick of each other.
Yeah. We've only met like 3 times in person. We're already sick of each other.
It's all good, hood in the hood. Yes, 3 cups stuffed. Yes, tonight. Sorry, indie side is coming out.
That's okay. You're the queen. You're the queen of the indies for a reason.
Why? Listen, you never know who I talk to on the indie side that might come over to AEW.
Look at your boy Wheeler Yuta. He's become like such a big part of the best friends right now.
Give me that bridge. Give me that bridge, okay? Listen, okay? And Daniel Garcia is another one that's been like all the freaking places at AEW. Like, what the heck?
Yo, I was on a pod last night, and the name for the tag team that was given by Bill there in the chat popped me.
Yeah.
So it's in that pre-show they're doing. It's Jurassic Express and the Best Friends. So the name, the Jurassic Best Friends with Wheels.
Should be with the perfect bridge.
Or
that's what it should be.
With Wheels sounds a lot better.
I know.
That just
perfect fucking bridge, Kyle. The perfect bridge.
Jurassic Best Friends with Wheels or on wheels. Even Kimmy put on wheels.
Yeah.
Which is both are hilarious in their own. But yeah, we're gonna talk about All Out. I mean, Dynamite was interesting this week. The thing I picked out of Dynamite was like the ending was kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I thought they got out of the doing these big beatdown endings that kind of didn't lead into anything, and they just kind of went off air awkwardly. They got to start working on that. They can't be doing this. Like it kind of, especially during your go home show. If it was like 3 weeks ago, whatever. This is your go home show. Come on, you got to end off like a big cliffhanger for the pay-per-view, not like arguing and beatdowns. And it would have been cool because like apparently Tony Khan eventually came out. I just heard myself. Whoa.
Yes. Sorry about that.
I hate the sound of my own voice. But anyways, yeah, Tony Khan apparently came out and like was like yelling at the Elite. I'm like, why wasn't that on TV? Why didn't they like cut the beatdown in half and do that on TV? Like it was funny. Like I love Cutler like spraying the people off the cage with the cold spray. I
can't deal. April's right in the chat. Can we talk about Kenny's like black hair is back? But it's like
some blue. There's some blue in there.
It was fun. I forgot who it was. Was it you, April, that I was messaging? And I was like, the black hair's back. And I was like, or maybe it was Metal. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then I was like, oh, it's got blue in it. I was like, okay. Be careful, Leroy. He's heading over to Chicago. Yes.
Be safe, buddy. Wish I could be there, man. I'd give you a big, giant freaking hug if I seen you, man.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, life is what it is right now. But
yes, enjoy for me and Kyle. That's all.
Yeah. You're there we're in there in spirit with Leroy. Leroy is taking us virtually.
Love it.
You know, like, go get 2 iPads and put us like in the seat next to you. We'll FaceTime during the event.
Did you see that our friend Jimmy, like when they were doing during like the pandemic and you couldn't go to the shows and they were still filming for like the Islanders, and Jimmy had this cutout board of himself and it was in an actual seat. And it was funny because like when I went to his house, he actually got the cutout board and it's like in his house now because now you could go to the arenas and stuff.
Wow.
That's gonna be you and me on fucking AEW.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm doing with your seat at the September show for Queens. I'm gonna take your cutout. I'm gonna put you right next to me, and you're gonna sit not in the aisle seat because I'm sitting in the aisle seat. So I'll put you right next to me.
Just stick the iPad on the head, and I'll FaceTime in. Anyways, we're getting a little carried away here.
All right.
We're like, come on, talk about wrestling, god damn it.
All right, let's
talk some wrestling. Fuck.
All right, let's talk about this.
Anyway, I was going on about Dynamite. I can't even talk. Other than the main event, that was okay. We found out that
Jay's back.
Yes, and
Jay's back.
She got a big pop.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. It was one of those things that it's like, you knew eventually she was gonna come back, but like you didn't think about it. And then it was like, oh shit, she's back, kind of deal for me.
Yeah, she got a really big pop. I'm actually like really.
I can't wait for the Johnny Hungy skits again.
Oh, and then her like calling
Stu.
What did she call him? Why am I forgetting already?
Oh, bad.
I think she's like little bitch. But shouts to MJF's. Hey, his scarf is in the Periscope chat. Hello, MJF scarf. How are you?
I love that you guys are all hanging out on all the different platforms going on right now.
Yeah, Anna. I can't wait for that to happen again. But anyways, I can't wait for future BT skits concerning a certain individual being resurrected. Can't wait for those skits to come. But because Britt Baker was talking about Adam Cole without actually saying it was Adam Cole in that fucking promo. She winked like, buddy, Adam Cole's coming to AEW, and I can't wait. But as for AEW Dynamite, the rest of it was good. They did announce that unfortunately Pac and Andrade is scrapped, which sucks.
So looking forward to that match the most, Kyle. Like, I don't know about you, but I was looking forward to that the most.
It was the first announced match, and it was the first match people were like, oh my god, like this match is gonna be like, this is gonna be like potentially match of the night. But again, like Pac into these travel issues, like, buddy, this is like the third time. Figure it out.
Just move here.
Like, you got to think the AEW team, if this is real, because I actually have a theory that Pac is like having quote unquote travel issues, and I have a reason behind that. But if it is real, like you got to think the AEW team's got to be pissed at him for this. There's too many times.
Yeah, he's got to move.
Especially during like their biggest show of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it's true because they wouldn't have moved the women's casino to the main card and then put the other card in the buy-in.
I'll say my theory later, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Right. So but yeah, I was just gonna continue on and say like Pac's had figured out like they could have like maybe stuck him into a hotel for a week before he went home. Like just like we'll pay for your hotel, just stay here. Like what? Like he couldn't have gone to the UK without them knowing. They had to have known that he was going home, and there would have been a potential for this to happen again. It's just weird. It's extremely weird, and you got to think if it's real and it's not what I can't say my prediction yet. I'll wait, but you got to think the AEW team got to be pissed at him. So hopefully he figures it out. The rest of the Dynamite was great. Rampage is tonight. It's gonna be it's gonna be an awesome show. I hope they do a proper ending tonight.
Daniel Garcia, man, woo! Sign him, sign him now.
I heard that Punk's probably going to be on commentary for that match. Be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So that would be. I wonder if there's going to be more physicality with Punk. He looked good. He had like a weird. I mean, he hasn't hit a GTS in 7 years, but I think he still looked good with the physicality this week. I'm excited.
Yeah, can we talk about even the fact of the like raw emotion that you were getting out of him? And that's what I really liked. That he was like, oh, like that, I'm scared and this and that. And it's like, I like when you're getting the realness out of the promo than, this story, like, written thing for you pretty much. And it's coming from him. I feel like
a commentary. Okay, my bad. I swore I thought I read it, but I didn't want to like be for sure, but everyone's confirming in the chat he's confirmed. So, that'll be cool.
Garcia, there's 4 belts in the Indies.
Actually, this was actually just tweeted by Kilroy on Twitter right before we went on air. You know what's really cool?
What?
CM Punk. Listen to this. The New Japan Pro Wrestling Bullet Club shirt that was previously held the record of 35,000 sold over 7 years. The new CM Punk shirt in less than 3 days has sold more than 100,000.
Yeah, they put that tweet out.
Wow.
Yeah, they were saying that it was like the most sold ever.
Like,
well, look how quickly like it sold out, and like people were complaining on social.
I'm complaining because I didn't get my damn T-shirt. I don't know if you've seen the last pod. I'm pissed. I got effed over by Pro Wrestling Tees or the Global Pro Wrestling Tees because they advertised the Ringer shirt on the Friday that he debuted. I ordered on that Friday, and I got the white shirt. I got the white shirt before they even advertised white shirts. So that's not fair. That's all I'm saying. Not fair. Anyways. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited for Rampage Night 2. Should be a good show. And now we'll talk about Sunday's PPV.
Let's do it.
All
I'm
Out.
excited.
And I'll just
Can
go
we
and
move it back to fucking Saturdays?
I think. Well, the
Ugh.
news out of today is apparently Full Gear might be actually rescheduled. Apparently there's the day that they booked Full Gear for is a big UFC event now booked for that day, and there's a big NBA game. So now they actually might move it. And
Move it back to Saturday.
I think I either read the 13th or the 14th, and that's either Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember what I read exactly. But they might be moving it. So, and they actually might move locations. The rumor was that they might move from St. Louis to Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we'll see. We'll see if that does become official. But I imagine.
Did you go ahead? Finish what you were gonna say because I'm gonna.
I
go
was
back
just say I
to-
imagine we'll probably maybe find out at during the pay-per-view Sunday an official date. So.
You know, it's funny because Metal bringing it up, Kyle. It's because all the Ringer shirts are here in Chicago being sold for $30 at the event. Did you see that whole thing that was going on that people were complaining about the shirts, and somebody tagged Mrs. Matt about it, that's saying that they should put a limit at the events to buy the shirts because people were buying massive amount, let's say 10 shirts or something to resell them for more money. So they're supposed to put a cap on it, and Mrs. Matt was she goes, I'm gonna look into this.
I mean, they're all over eBay. You don't have to look far.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying they probably should.
Apparently, according to the email I got, apparently the global AEW site never sold the Ringer shirt. I'm like, yeah, you did. You advertised it on the Friday. Don't lie. So I'm in a dispute with them. I haven't gotten emails back yet. After I got one email back, and I emailed them twice after. Haven't heard a word. So I'm kind of upset. I have, I think, every right to be upset because of how the order went down. If I ordered it on Monday, sure, they have an argument against me. But because I ordered it literally 10 minutes within his debut, before the white shirts were even a thing, that's not fair. So, anywho. We'll start in just the order I have the listed matches. So we're going to start with the pre-show. So this was the added pre-show because the women's match got moved into the regular card because of Pac and Andrade. But now, Andrade's tweeting that he actually still might have a match at the pay-per-view. So
There's a lot potential.
I know Issa's there. I know Issa's going to be there in the weekend. So shout out to you in the chat. It's a sad thing that I'm looking forward to the most. The ice cream bars. Yo, Issa, give us the inside scoop. I know I heard from some people that it's good. I want your take and tell us if it's good.
She should do a video reaction because her reactions are the best.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she can take a video of her eating the ice cream and giving gifts. That's what I would do. Full reaction, here is the ice cream. I'm peeling the ice cream.
Save that for her OnlyFans. That's what she can save that for. Get some more money out of that clip. Get some cash out of that clip.
Maybe.
Don't be putting that on Twitter.
No, peel this CM Punk.
Squeeze that money from people. That's how you get some followers. You advertise that. Oh, she did a video of it. There you go. Perfect.
See, there you go.
But the pre-show is now the Jurassic Best Friends with Wheels.
Yeah.
Against the Hardy Family Office, which is Matt Hardy, Private Party, Your Boys, and the Hybrid 2. In a 10-man tag team match.
It's too much. Didn't we establish just throughout the 2 years that we've been doing this podcast is that
they love the factions?
Well, they do.
It should be AW. It should be AEF. All elite factions at this point. Just take the W out, put the F there. All elite factions. Which again, nothing too wrong with that. But I think there's an end game with all these factions. I do believe eventually we're gonna get those trios belts. That will help the faction thing. That will really help the faction cause. So I really hope that happens soon rather than later. But this match is going to be exciting. You're still going to get a match that's going to sell the pay-per-view, right? You're going to have Orange Cassidy antics. You're going to have Matt Hardy antics. Private Party are always hilarious in the ring, and they're really good. Same with the Hybrid 2. You got a lot of talent here. A lot of talent. You got the Jungle Boy entrance with the crowds all going to be doing the wave thing. Issa included there. I can't wait till I'm able to do that. But yeah, should be a great matchup. I see it going both ways. I do see it going both ways. And the only way it goes in a direction of Matt Hardy winning is that the reasoning behind that would be it's revenge for the whole broken nose thing. Because the whole crossbody on Matt, he got the win over Matt. Matt wants revenge. He ends up stealing the victory on pay-per-view against Orange Cassidy. It would make a little bit of sense. But I do think the babyfaces are going to win. I think it's going to be a good way to sell the pay-per-view, start to get the crowd hot before the pay-per-view. So the Jurassic best friends with wheels are going to get the win here.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. You gotta sell it on a good side so people buy the pay-per-view. So you want to make the crowd happy and not piss them off. But we're gonna get an amazing match out of it. So I'm with you on this one.
Oh, it's Isa's first AEW event.
Cool.
That is awesome.
But
I really hope you have the best time imaginable because I've been to a few. I went to the first one in Washington, like the first ever Dynamite. I went to Full Gear with Tiff in 2019. I was supposed to be at the Rochester one before COVID hit. That would have been amazing because that would have been Brody Lee and Matt Hardy's debut.
yeah. I went to All Out 2 years ago, so fun as hell.
There you go. You went to All Out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Supposed to be at Arthur Ashe. That's still kind of in a way in the air because I know now they're requiring you to be fully vaxxed for Arthur Ashe. That helps my cause because that was like a big thing for me and a worry because I do live with someone who's extremely high risk. The second part that's bad for me right now is the plane tickets are out of control right now. They're out of control. And I can't drive over the border because it's still closed. So, anywho, I'm going to make sure I'm writing these predictions down. So we know. We know who wins. But I'm going to pick best friends. I'm going to let you talk about this match.
Same. No. I'm with you on this one. 100%. Make the crowd happy and go into the pay-per-view on a win with the baby faces. So. Jurassic's best friends and a perfect bridge.
and a perfect bridge. Now, I wonder if they'll add something to the pre-show. If there's going to be an unannounced match. Because I think it was it Double or Nothing or Revolution? There was an unannounced pre-show match.
Yeah, but didn't the last one, it was just one? They just did the match 45 minutes before. Because of the fact that it's 10 people, Kyle, I don't think they're going to add another match. Plus, on top of that, your main event is already stacked with a bunch of matches.
Yeah.
So. I don't think so. I think you're gonna get like the full-on commercials, the build-up of each matches that we're gonna see on the pre-show, and then the buy-in, and then about 15 minutes before we're gonna see the match.
Okay.
I'll have a friend with a boat.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the ocean, buddy. Send him over. Okay. Anyways, we'll move on here. We're going to talk about the match that was supposed to be in the pre-show. So the 21, maybe potentially 22, if it's two people debuting in the spot. Yeah. If you know where I'm going with that. Women's Casino Battle Royale for an AEW Women's World Championship match. So I'm going to list off the competitors here. We got Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Big Swole, Julia Hart, Ty Conti, Diamante, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura, Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, Abaddon, Layla Hirsch, Kylie King, which is really cool. I love that she's in it. Rebel, Jamie Hayter, Anna Jay, and Riho. And there's one woman, TBD.
Yeah.
Lot of talent here. Especially that this is basically showcasing how, like, the women's division, basically. You have everyone but Britt Baker in here. Division looks solid. There's a lot of people in this match that have come a long way as well to become in that top spot that they are right now. Man, it's tough. This is a tough one. We'll start off with who we think the TBD is. How about that?
Okay.
Who do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say Ruby, unless
all signs are pointing towards her.
Yeah, it's pointing towards her. If it's not her, something tells me Sean Spears' wife. Peyton Royce, which is Cassie Lynn now, right?
I think they would both, because they're together. They're called the Inspiration, and they're doing this tour together. So I think if they would both show up at the same time, that's why I say maybe 22, because maybe they're both the Joker, and they both go in the match.
What we also learned through the years that they've done it is that just because someone's not signed, that doesn't mean that they're not going to show up. Or, in my head, Deanna Purrazzo shows up from Impact.
Purrazzo?
Yeah.
Purrazzo.
Sorry.
Sorry. I don't know if you were giving her a nickname. I couldn't tell. That's my girl, Deanna Purrazzo. Paparazzi.
I mean, I would love to see her if it's not Ruby. Probably that more over Cassie Lynn.
It's gotta be
like
Ruby.
I feel like they're gonna come in together, but also, like I said, the thing that we've learned through the battle royal, that just because people show up, they'll show up on the battle royal, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna be signed. They could show up at Impact or somewhere else later and be signed somewhere else.
I've seen people also say maybe CJ Perry, which I don't think she shows up in the battle royal. Yeah. I think if CJ Perry's gonna be there, she's gonna come out with Miro for that big pop. And that's about it. I mean, yeah, it could maybe if it's not Ruby, maybe Ruby's not debuting yet. Maybe they're gonna wait till the Arthur Ashe show, because I know her videos say like all videos are pointing towards, like, as Brad said, in all videos are pointing towards New York, meaning that could be meaning Arthur Ashe Stadium. That's when she's gonna debut. So maybe this spot is gonna be saved for someone from Impact.
Yeah. See, it would show up better, I feel like, in New York, because all those promos that she's been doing has been like New York based. So it would be smart to show up in New York. So if it's not, I mean, we're all assuming pretty much that's all you're seeing all over social is Ruby. So if it's not Ruby, Kyle, who pick?
See, my gut's telling me it's not going to be Ruby right now.
Yeah.
I originally thought Ruby, but because the videos are all about New York, and that's where they're going to be in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is. I can either see the Inspiration, but they're not signed to AEW. They just come in to do a quick stint.
Like what we've seen with other,
or someone from Impact, like a Jordan Grace, like a Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo would be interesting, because if Britt's out there watching, there could be that little stare down between those two. Yeah,
I feel it would make more sense, because it's like, oh, I have a belt, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think it would be big. I think, the fans want more Impact, to come over.
Hey, I'll give you this. What if Deonna Purrazzo is her? She wins it. They book the AEW Women's Championship match, not on an AEW show. What's coming up soon? Bound for Glory, which is supposed to include all those companies.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm thinking like that. It was funny, because when I was looking at the breakdown before Dynamite of the women, that there was like 5 open slots. Then originally I had thought the Iconics were going to be part of it, but like maybe not necessarily signed, but just show up. That's what I was thinking. But now that we had Dynamite, and now they released all the other names, I don't know.
That would be huge. Like the Impact, like the Knockouts champion winning this Battle Royal, earning another World Championship opportunity, and booking that for Bound for Glory. That's a big match for Bound for Glory. And like she's gonna go in there and win. Like it's gonna be just for the AEW Women's Belt on Bound for Glory. That way it can save Deonna's Impact belt, and it can just be for the Women's Belt, like the AEW Women's Belt, and then Britt can go in and defeat Deonna, and then come back to AEW and feud with whoever.
Shout out to Heel Pops and Chair Shots. Love you guys too.
You're.
I miss them so much.
But as for a winner for the Battle Royal, who do you got?
It's funny, because I'm really kind of steering towards Thunder Rosa, because it's unfinished, but I feel like Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker needs to happen on a bigger platform, unless it happens in Queens.
Because I think Thunder Rosa, my opinion is I think Thunder Rosa is going to win the belt from Britt Baker eventually, and that's going to lead to eventually Jade Cargill taking the belt off of Thunder Rosa.
But
like when she's ready, but that's later down the line.
Yeah, like I'm looking at all these names. I mean, you got great names in here, and like you know that I love Jade, but she's not ready to be holding the belt yet. Jamie Hayter, I feel like, needs more time of a build in AEW. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with my gut. I mean, obviously, like a bunch of us were rooting for Anna Jay, but now she just came back, so now we need to build up with her. I mean, realistically, that's the only one that I can really see right now is Thunder Rosa.
Because I think the winner is going to be a transitional champ. Like they're not going to win the belt. It's just going to be a title opportunity to save for a later down the line bigger match, because they can't take the title off of Britt this quick right now, because she's so hot with it. So whoever wins this match is going to be someone that we know is not going to take the belt off Britt, but is going to have a good match.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my gut with this one because
Thundy.
I'm sorry, I'm just like looking at all the names. I'm like literally
Yeah.
at the names, and like that's the only one that I feel that can stick out for me. I mean, not saying that there isn't great competition in here. There is, but you know, we're not
It's
gonna
tough.
have Sheeta push back through. We're not gonna have Nyla push through. You know, Layla Hirsch, I feel like isn't ready yet for that. I mean, again, I'm all for Jade and Anna Jay, but I still feel like we need more time, and it sucks because I feel like Anna Jay was getting to that point, and then she got injured.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna stick with my gut and say Thunder Rosa.
So I don't think it's going to be Anna Jay. I think something to do with what we saw with Penelope Ford and Ty Conti. Something's going to happen there in this match. I fear that Thunder Rosa is going to get eliminated by Nyla Rose and Jade Cargill at the same time. I've heard that. So
Ty Conti's
Ty
gorgeous.
Conti's a great pick for someone to just go against Britt Baker, and they can sell the hell out of that match if it's going to be for Arthur Ashe for the women's world title. God, this is really tough. So it's not going to be, if it's Ruby Soho as the secret entrance, the Joker. She's not going to win. They're not going to put her in a first match where she's going to lose right away.
Again, if they say something that it is going to be for the Queen show, then it would make sense. If this title shot is going to happen at Queens, then I feel like you have to put over your and that's what I keep.
You don't
thinking.
bring in Ruby to lose right away. That's
I know that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If Ruby comes in, I feel like then you have to have Ruby take it because of the fact that you have her show up in New York because you're doing all these promos in New York, and that's when the title shot.
Ruby wins if she shows up?
No, I'm not saying like if she shows up at this. That's number 20.
That's what
20.
I'm saying. You're saying she's gonna win? No.
I'm saying she shows up, she wins, and then she challenges.
But that's what I'm saying. She can't come in to lose right away.
But she wouldn't lose. She would win this.
I'm not talking about the Battle Royal Tiff. I'm talking about the match against Britt Baker.
Well, of course she wouldn't win against Britt.
You don't bring in someone that big to just lose right away.
They've done it.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, I'm still stuck that I think Thunder Rosa is going to be the one. Because, again, also Thunder Rosa is basically tri-state here also. Yeah. So to see Thunder Rosa at Queens would be big pop.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm so stuck on Thunder Rosa. But I can see that if Ruby comes in and if she wins, I feel like that would be a big pop also in Queens. Because I feel like it's going to happen in Queens. Title shot. You have to, because it's such a big show in New York.
Or whoever wins this battle royal, and it's not Ruby Soho, they go on to the New York show to face Britt Baker. Britt Baker beats the shit out of him in that New York show, pins 1, 2, 3, starts to cut a promo, and that's when Ruby comes out and have a stare down with Britt Baker, and that sets up maybe for Full Gear.
I mean, that's fine too.
Because that just lets the videos lead to New York rather than stopping in AEW and then going to New York. Because, like, the videos, I feel like she's going to keep doing these videos until the New York show. And that would make sense. Like, maybe a video plays in the Titantron at the Arthur Ashe show of, like, her arriving at the stadium.
But, again, like I said, I'm still stuck on Thunder Rosa this one. You know, like, it doesn't even matter that. But I'm just saying, like, of the possibility that she comes in, right? She gets her win. This is the only way that I could see it happen, because you're saying you don't bring her in to lose. Okay, you're not bringing her into the Battle Royal. She's not losing. She's winning. She'll lose at Queens. You know, like, if Britt Baker, if that happens at Queens. But I'm still stuck on the only one I can see winning here is Thunder Rosa. But that's just me.
Like, it was my original pick, and I want to pick her, but I feel like it's
go with your gut.
It's too early.
Kyle. Go with your gut.
Because I think Thunder Rosa, if she wins, she's gonna lose, and I don't want her to lose.
Because I don't want Britt. To be honest with you,
she's already done that. She's already lost to Britt. I don't want her to keep losing to Britt. It's not going to mean anything.
They keep pushing freaking Nyla Rose down our throats too. With her.
There's other people though.
There is other people. I just don't feel like there's other people. Like,
no, I'm gonna pick Tay Conti for whatever reason. My eyes keep going. I'm looking at the list. My eyes keep going to Tay Conti. I'm gonna take Tay Conti.
Yeah, Okay, we're moving on because we're spending way too much because we keep going around
Hey,
and around.
people complain there's not enough time for the woman. We just spent a shit ton of time on the woman.
No. No.
Let's talk about Moxley and
Now
Kojima.
he's fucking thinking now. Damn it, Brad. Like now it's like I'm starting to think about like GCW and BLP this weekend and all. Ah! I hate you. Oh man.
So
Anyway.
I think Moxley and Kojima.
Ooh, wait a minute. Metal just said Tay turns on Adam the Rumble.
That could be something.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
But Tay's like a big baby face. That would
way too much on this. Okay, let's move on. We're moving on. Let's go to Mox.
Anyways, oh God, I'm gonna sneeze. No. Moxley versus Kojima. Originally, the original plan. Obviously, was supposed to be Tanahashi and Moxley, which kind of sucks it didn't happen. But according to New Japan, they didn't want Tanahashi to wrestle. Apparently, he has a match like the day before or after, something like that. It's understandable. It's their U.S. champion. They can do what they want with him. But Kojima, that's cool. Like, he had a couple matches in Impact. Now he's going to come have a really good match with Moxley. I still think something's going to happen at the end of this match. Like, not involving the match, but there's going to be a stare down of some kind. Like, either Tanahashi comes out or I'd say I'd go as far as a Jay White shows up and then starts a feud with Moxley.
Oh my God, please. Please.
Because, like, Jay White's done his stint and then, like, got recruited Chris Bay on the Bullet Club and all that stuff on Impact. So, like, why not come and do a couple of Dynamite tapings and have a feud with Moxley and have a match with Moxley? Maybe that's like an Arthur Ashe show. Maybe it's Jay White versus Moxley. That's a big way to sell that Grand Slam show, is to book Moxley versus Jay White.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jackie, I'm sorry in advance. Kyle knows how I am with Jay White. He witnessed me at the G. So I apologize in advance if this happens at the Queen show.
Yeah, so I kind of think that something's going to happen at the end of that. Still going to be a good match. And obviously Moxley's going to go over in this match. So John Moxley.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. John Moxley. Oh, man.
Something's going to happen. It just that match, it's still going to be good, but it's even Tanahashi could even come out for a stare down. That could set up like a future match down the line. Like, he just comes out and stares down at Moxley.
I love we're getting like New Japan guys coming over with AEW, which is great. So dream match.
Paul White versus QT Marshall.
All right, can we just like pick and move?
Paul White punches QT Marshall for the win.
Yes. Okay. Cool. We're on same board.
I've seen actually a lot of theories though with this match.
Okay.
That like Anthony Ogogo is going to come out and make his return and knock out Paul White, and QT is going to get the win over Paul White because of the knockout punch, right? Paul White's famous for his knockout punch. Ogogo's been building up for his knockout punch.
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna book him like his first match back, and he's gonna lose.
I don't think he'd mind. Why does he need to win?
Fine,
Why does Paul White need to win? He's not an active wrestler.
Exactly my point. He's finally coming back into the ring after all this time, and then you're gonna book.
I don't think he'd mind putting someone over. Why is Paul White gonna have against putting someone over like that? Or like Bill told me yesterday, like Shaq. Maybe Shaq comes in.
Love Shaq.
That'd be a big pay-per-view pop right there if Shaq came out. That'd be because they have to know that us watching and the fans in the arena are gonna treat this as their bathroom break. So you need something to keep people's attention on this match. I know, because it's on the main card, or else they would have booked this for a Dynamite or Rampage.
The reason why this match is not on the pre-show, Sal, is because I feel like when you're having matches on the pre-show, you want people to buy the pay-per-view. So it's got to be an exciting match for people to buy the pay-per-view, and that's not it. That's the cool down match. I feel like this is the cool down match.
Yeah, Bill said like Shaq is behind them with the Gun Club. The Gun Club hired Shaq, and they have a big fight at the Dynamite in Orlando because that makes sense with Shaq. So I can kind of see that. That'd be cool. That'd be like get people's attentions for that for that match. So if you guys are going to Chicago, I don't want to say I want to make you sit in your seat, but keep an eye on this match because they know it's going to be boring and no one's going to care. So that you know they're going to add something to this match for people to pop, or else it's just going to be a snooze fest. Because this is basically, I hate to say this is a WWE booked match. This is screams WWE. This is a WWE scripted match. So you know something's going to come out. Or someone's going to come out or something's going to happen with this match. So, but yeah, we both picked Paul White.
I like QT too. I like he's an amazing trainer. I like even stuff that he has put out. I just think it's just not.
I'm going to pick QT though.
Right.
I'm going to pick QT. I'm going to see if I can steal a win here. I'm picking QT Marshall in this one.
Still going with White.
Paul Wright.
Paul Wright.
You might be right with that pick.
Yeah, I'm still going with that.
No.
I just feel that they're just not gonna have him come back and lose. I just don't think so. Because I don't know how many matches we're gonna see him in. So you're gonna book him to lose and that's it. We're not gonna see him wrestle again.
I don't know. He might wrestle again. Maybe he has a tag match with Mark Henry. I know Mark Henry wants to get back in there. No. But
No.
Chris Jericho. Speaking of like not wrestling again, Chris Jericho against MJF, the final match. If Jericho loses, he must retire from in-ring competition. I went back and forth with this pick. I went very much back and forth with this pick.
I'm split.
Because I can literally see either happening. And then again, when stuff like this happens, you almost want to sit there and be like, and think about it, like, hey, maybe like Jericho's body has like. He's not going to come out and tweet or say, like, you know, guys, my body's just crumpled up and I think in retiring. You know what I mean? They have to make a story out of it. That's how he has to exit out. So maybe he is, like, at a point in his life where, like, the touring has caught up to him, the wrestling has caught up to him, and he just wants to step back and do commentary and do touring when he can. And what a way to do it, by putting over someone who's going to be the biggest heel in this industry, if not, if he's one of the biggest heels in this industry.
The reason why I'm kind of not going with that is because of one of the interviews that Jericho had a while ago, and he was talking about, if I haven't worked you in the ring yet, don't worry, I have all these ideas of what I want to do with you. So I think that's kind of swaying my decision that Jericho's going to win here more, because I feel like
change.
So, I mean, things can change, you know. As I say, I'm going back and forth here. And some reason that's sticking in my brain, that's probably going to keep my pick with Jericho. But if Jericho exits, this is the blow up of MJF's career, that he's the one that retired him. You know?
Yeah, I agree with Issa. This should have been the fifth labor. We said this in the pod before. I don't know why this wasn't the fifth labor, why they didn't just stretch this out, and why they're having a match again. It kind of takes a lot of the muster out of it.
Yeah.
So, but I'll give you guys my reasoning with my pick. I'm actually going to go with MJF in this one. And I think it's going to lead to a certain MJF facing another person who calls himself the best in the world at Full Gear. Yep. Because if you've been listening to CM Punk and him and his promos putting over all the young talent, who has he not mentioned once? MJF. He's mentioned heels. He's mentioned Powerhouse Hobbs. It's not like he's not mentioning the heels. He hasn't mentioned him once. I guarantee this is how it's going to go down. MJF is going to win. He's going to show up on Dynamite or Rampage or whatever show it's going to be. He's going to claim he's the best in the world because he beat Chris Jericho, and he claims himself the best in the world, and out comes the best in the world saying, you didn't beat me. And that could set up a huge match at Full Gear.
Yeah.
So in that feud, everyone's like, oh, just wait. That's got to wait for later down the line. I'm like, Punk's not going to be here forever. We don't know. He said it best in his promo. You don't know. Sunday could be his last match. Something could happen in the match. And now, that's it with his wrestling career, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be getting these matches out of the way and putting over all these young talents now and out of the way. Yeah. So I think that this MJF and Punk feud is going to happen a lot sooner than people think.
Yeah.
CM Punk is not 25 anymore. He doesn't have a big, long career ahead of him. He's at the end. At least near the end. Maybe not at the end. He's getting closer and closer. The guy's had his body like go through a bunch of rough shit throughout the WWE. Then he had like a UFC career that took a bunch of years off his life. So like, you know what I mean? Like this, you can't. How long are we waiting with this guy? What if something happens against someone soon and we don't get this feud ever again? Exactly what you said. You got to give Punk the big feuds now. You give him to him now. That's what sells. So people are here to watch.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anywho.
Moving out.
Oh, did you pick Jericho? I forgot to write that down. Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad we're a little bit different now. I'm liking this. This is going to give us a really good prediction or a good review show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, this is going to be a great match, Miro and Eddie Kingston for the TNT Championship. Kingston's promo both their promos on Wednesday were fire and hilarious because of the line that Miro dropped. I only laid down for my wife on the bed, the hotel room. Stop it. Miro is straight fire with these promos. Eddie Kingston's was great. He's bringing in like the God stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. And I can't wait.
I just saw something of a match set up that Brad Margaret's gonna pop so hard. Sorry, I just saw something. Okay, go ahead. On the indie side,
I don't know if they'd have two matches. That'd be interesting if they did. I don't know if there's gonna be like a mini feud. But Miro, I for sure think is gonna retain here. It's gonna be a really good match. I think when they booked this match, I'm like, I wonder why this match wasn't maybe booked for the New York show. And Miro had someone else, maybe he would have faced like Shoddy Lee at this pay-per-view. Because isn't Shoddy Lee from Chicago? Why wasn't that booked for the pay-per-view? I know it probably would have been a squash match, but Shoddy Lee gave Miro a little bit of a fight when they fought. I don't know. There's got to be, I'm assuming there's reasoning behind this, but I'm going to pop so hard if CJ, I'm not going to call her Lana anymore because that's her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. CJ Perry, if she comes out with Miro, I'm going to pop huge. It's going to be a big pop. You know, the crowd's going to go absolutely nuts if she comes out with him just for this. And then she can do whatever she wants after. Like, I know she's been training. When she was on Jericho's podcast after she left WWE, she said that she is putting all her effort into getting extremely better in the ring. She wants to be a great women's wrestler, and I appreciate the hell out of that. So I know she's most likely been working since then on getting better. So maybe we do see her in the ring eventually. As for this, I would be popping huge if she comes out as the valet for Miro. But as for the match itself, it's going to be, these guys are going to beat the shit out of each other. They are going to go absolutely ham on each other. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be most likely Miro's toughest test since Lance Archer, maybe. This is definitely his toughest test since Lance Archer. So I still have Miro retaining here. I've seen Brad in the chat there saying that maybe they have a rematch at Arthur Ashe, and that's where Eddie Kingston wins the belt. I don't think so, because I think there's only going to be one New York, bunch of boys from New York that are going to win titles at Arthur Ashe, and that's going to deal with the AEW Tag Team titles. We'll get into that later. But Miro's going to retain here. Still going to be a great match, though. And I can't wait to see it.
I fought with this pick.
You did?
Because I did.
You can't take the belt off Miro this soon. There's no way. If this was in New York, sure, there could be a chance, but I think the belt.
That's exactly why I'm questioning if Eddie's gonna belt and walk into freaking New York.
I think it would mean a lot more if he won it in New York. Walking in is something, but
walking in would be amazing. But how continue this feud? I just feel like him walking into Queens with belt, like
Issa, come on.
What?
Fuego was his toughest test. Poor Fuego.
Like, I can see, like, in theory, right, that like Miro keeps this belt, right? In theory. But I keep thinking because of the fact that you have to. This New York show is one of their big shows, and it's not because I live in New York, but it's like it is a big thing coming to New York. So that's why it's like I'm so torn, and I'm back home, and the fucking crowd exploding for Eddie. Like here, I'm home. I brought the gold. Like that's what I'm kind of like. Oh. I don't know, Kyle. Like,
I think the end goal with Miro losing the belt is going to be the Jungle Boy. I think that's your big baby face that's going to win the belt.
Unless it's a transition.
No. Jungle Boy's not winning it off Eddie Kingston. No. It would mean a lot more if he took it off a guy who's beating the shit out of everybody. Absolutely not.
I'm reading like
That's such a WWE thing to do if they did that.
No, you can't think WWE here.
That's what I mean. That's a WWE thing to do if Eddie won it just for Jungle Boy to win it.
In the chat, and I'm like, that was one thing that like when WWE mindset, and we don't think like that, and that's why I'm sitting here, and I'm like, my gut is like, Tiff, you know, Miro's gonna keep this, but my heart is like. Eddie walking in with this fucking golden queens, and it's just gonna fucking shadow.
Oh my! Issa, why are you popping us here? She puts "Hear Me Out." Miro brings pyrotechnics, and Eddie has an anxiety attack, and they have to call the match and the rematch in New York because he loses his shit about the pyro on commentary when he's on Elevation. He goes crazy. He's like, "Oh, they had to write that down for me that the pyro was gonna be there." He goes nuts on commentary and Elevation about the pyro.
No, I know. I'm like, you see, I'm like how stuck I am here because, like I said, like in my gut, it's telling me Miro's gonna win. Like something's telling me also that Eddie's gonna win this just to walk in. Fucking huge ass pop for him in like New York. Like I don't know why I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick. I had originally picked Eddie to win this, and I'm gonna stay with that. I'm just gonna go with it. So it's like even if he lost it back in New York, I mean it'd be fucked up. But I just feel alone just for the pop. All night, I'm just stick with it. That's it. That's it.
Anywho.
No turning back.
Anywho. Next we have the steel cage match between the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers World Tag Team titles. Okay. So, kind of mini ranted about this on the last podcast by myself. I was a little upset that the Lucha Brothers won because like we've gotten Lucha Brothers and Young Bucks at All Out before, and it was an insane ladder match. You were there. The Lucha Brothers went over. So that's why I don't think when people are saying Lucha Brothers are going to go over here, they're absolutely not going over here. Young Bucks are not going to let them go over twice, at All Out especially. The story is, okay, and I said this yesterday, Tiff. I can only see the Lucha Brothers winning here because of the whole Pac situation. Like, what if Pac, is quote-unquote having visa issues, and this is part of the storyline, and Andrade comes out with the Lucha Brothers and helps them win and says, see, look, when you're with me, you win gold. When you're with Pac, you get nothing. That's the only way that the Lucha Brothers win this match. The only way. Every other way, the Young Bucks retain because they're going to retain. They're going to go to Arthur Ashe Stadium and they're going to drop the belts to Proud and Powerful and probably going to be the main event of the show. And it's going to be a massive, massive deal.
Yes, 100%. On this, been saying this for how long now?
Did you see what Santana tweeted? He's like, where we're going next.
Yup.
I'm like, it's gonna be insane. That match is gonna be like the match of the year right there between the Young Bucks and Proud and Powerful at the New York show.
Yep.
And the Young Bucks are gonna get nuclear heat. It's gonna be great. They're gonna come in wearing like maybe like Boston Red Sox stuff or something. Like it's gonna be something to drive in the heat. And then Santana and Ortiz are gonna come in like New York's own. Like it's gonna be insane. So for people saying the Lucha Brothers are gonna win here, no man, they have the golden road right here to do what's needed. Do
They got the
not.
House belts. They're good. They got the House of Glory.
But some people are like, oh, the Lucha Brothers will just drop the belts to Santana and Ortiz. I'm like, no,
No, it wouldn't make sense.
no.
It'd be too quick. No way. Absolutely, it would mean more because we've seen the Young Bucks versus Ortiz and Santana like numerous times, even outside of A. So
this is where I had a little bit of a problem, Tiff. I'm like, yes, I understand. The Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, they have epic matches no matter what. Whatever type of match it is, these two teams are going to put on a show, match of the night, whatever it is. Now it's going to be in a steel cage. You think about all the possibilities. Ray Phoenix doing like flips off the cage or whatnot. It's going to be, maybe they do a giant Canadian. No, I'm not going to do that. This is where I had a little bit of a problem. Like, they could have put another team in this match. Because if we know that the Young Bucks are going to retain no matter what, Varsity Blondes in there or the Jurassic Express in there, it's fine because the Young Bucks still would have won.
Leave it next year. What if you could do like a bunch of them in there? I'd be for it, but no.
Or the best friends. Like, what if
Conrad,
it was?
I'm with that. Like, I'm with Lucha Brothers leaving Pac and going with Andrade because I feel like with Pac that he does not need anybody.
No.
He doesn't need anybody.
They need to scrap the Death Triangle now because if Pac's going to keep having visa issues, there's no sense in pushing that.
But I'm not even thinking about that. They just don't even need. He doesn't need it. Give him a freaking title run. I mean, I understand with this shit. It's like, okay, he's not showing up, travel issues, but he belongs in the title picture. I'm sorry, he's that good.
Yeah.
So, I'm for that.
This is gonna be an epic match. Like I'm thinking, like sitting here thinking of the possibilities. And Issa, you're gonna watch this live. Like the possibilities of what we're gonna see in this match with the cage, the utilization of the cage between these two teams. Because I don't think these teams have been in a cage match against each other. So like I'm picturing like Ray Phoenix doing a big moonsault off the cage or some sort of like. Can you imagine? It's not gonna happen. Like a Canadian destroyer off the top of the cage. Like the possibilities of this match is going to be insane, and I'm excited / scared for people's lives in this match. So I can't wait to see it. It's going to be epic. Young Bucks are going to retain. We're both, I think, on that same page. And yeah, I'm
now our
pumped.
final three.
Oh man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this. So now we'll go into the women's title match. Britt Baker, DMD versus Chris Statlander. This kind of sucks that this match is really, really obvious. Oh, you're going to be vlogging. All right, awesome. I can't wait to watch those because your reactions are probably the best on YouTube that I ever seen when it comes to wrestling. So, Issa, keep up the good shit. I love your shows. Honestly, shout outs to you. If you guys haven't checked it out, like, check out NYC Demon Diva there. Follow her on YouTube for like the greatest reactions to wrestling shows throughout the week. They're fantastic. So check her out. But yeah, I'm a little bit upset. Or not upset. Okay, I'm a little bit like, this kind of just sucks that Britt Baker is going to win this match. Like it's kind of like really obvious, right? Statlander's not winning. I'm sorry, Sal in the chat. Statlander's not winning. The story, you got to think long term with Britt. Britt's way too hot to drop the title right now. She's like the best thing going in their women's division. That's needed this. It's needed this since the beginning of AEW, and now they have it. They can't just put the flame out. So Britt as the world champion is going to last a long time. I'm telling you right now, Britt's holding on to that belt. Either there's something big planned for Full Gear. If not, she's going to wait. It's going to be a whole year before she loses the belt. It's going to be up until Double or Nothing next year. Because she's way too good with that belt right now. She's way too good. So, Britt's going to win. Still going to be a great match.
This is really good.
Like, I'm looking forward to both these girls.
For a while. Like, it's just gold.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you, Conrad. Thank you for doing that. So now, Tiff.
Yes.
There's 2 matches left. CM Punk and Darby, Kenny and Christian. Before we get to those matches, what do you think is going to be the main event? Because it has not been said which match is the main event yet. When they're advertising these 2 matches, none of them are billed as the main event.
I feel like Punk because it's home. Like, it's home for him. And this is what we've all been waiting for. Even though it's like the AEW title match, it should be Punk. I feel like this is the one we're anticipating more than Kenny and Cage. Why not Darby being main event?
I mean, they could go either way, to be honest. They honestly could go either way because if Kenny and Christian is the main event, you know something big's planned for the end. Like something huge is planned for the end.
Nelson comes out or Adam Cole or
See, I think it's Adam. My gut's telling me it's Adam Cole. You know why? I think they're gonna pull a Takeover 2.0. Remember when Adam Cole came out and to make his Takeover debut at the end of Takeover against Drew? I think it's gonna happen the same with Kenny because the story is there. Kenny kicked Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club. Adam Cole's gonna return in and attack Kenny after the match, setting up those two at maybe Arthur Ashe.
Yeah.
And I don't think. See, now this comes into play with Daniel Bryan because apparently the plans have changed for Bryan Danielson. And he's pushed to All Out. Now, are they going to pull the trigger on Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega right away as soon as he comes into AEW, though? Because I thought about this, Tiff. Maybe it's not either. Maybe it's Hangman. Maybe Hangman makes a surprise appearance in his shocking return. I know he was supposed to be here, and I kind of feel like Hangman's going to make a return at the Arthur Ashe show.
Hangman should come back for it because this.
But I know he's not going to be at All Out because if he was supposed to be, they would have had the match anyways. Maybe. I mean, they did push it because of CM Punk, so maybe not.
Yeah.
This is what I love about this company. They could this. I love theorizing this.
It's like that feud will always be there. You know, like he'll always come back. That feud will always be there with him and Kenny. Kenny has to lose that damn belt to him.
There is no non-compete, Maria, because his contract was he let it expire to the end. Like he didn't re-sign, so there's no non-compete clause. He didn't get canned, so it's expired. He doesn't have to.
The way that it was also how he left. He extended his contract, right? Like for a month
until the end of Takeover. Yeah.
Until over the Takeover.
Last Friday, his contract officially ended. So, I think he's gonna be there. They could go so many ways with these debuts. Like if it's Daniel Bryan, like it just makes you think. Like, are they gonna push Daniel Bryan and Omega right away? Maybe, because I know Bryan Danielson wants to go to New Japan and work with a lot of New Japan guys. He's most likely going to be in the G1. So why not get the Kenny match out of the way at Arthur Ashe, Daniel Bryan versus Kenny. That's your main event of our Arthur Ashe Stadium show. And then he finishes off with that. He goes and does a G1 for the fall.
I mean, you can have him lose it to him. Kenny heals up, comes back, takes it, and then Hangman Page comes back for Full Gear for it.
Nah, I think that Kenny's not losing the belt until it's Hangman.
Well, it makes more sense. We talked about
that's going to be at Full Gear. That the end game is going to be that. So that's what I mean. That's why Kenny. Then I kind of just sound like a hypocrite now, because then that would mean Daniel Bryan comes in and loses right away.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities here.
So I'm gonna go with maybe CM Punk and Darby does main event the show.
I mean, it makes more sense, like I said, because it's his hometown too, and this is what we've all been waiting for, and that's how you keep people. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We love AEW, and it's like we're gonna watch everything, but that's the one that I feel like a lot of people are all excited about. That it's like, here it is, CM Punk's back, he's back, and Darby. We have no problem with Darby main eventing big, but it's like the big.
They just have to separate it. They have to separate Cole and Daniel Bryan, because that's too much star power all at once. Especially that Punk has just gotten here too, right? So I think you have to make sure those are both separate, because both of those debuts are big.
Maybe there's a match in between it to cool it down.
I don't know what they do. I can't wait. Sunday show is going to be insane. I'm
whole Shane.
I'm going to be on nerves all night.
You got Steel Cage. Yeah. You got freaking Omega. So you got your AEW back. So you have three not taken away, and then you have the Moxley. There's a lot on this card that's huge.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Punk and Darby first.
We're gonna be exhausted.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about Darby and Punk first.
Yes, enjoy your ice cream, guys. That are gonna be there.
Yeah, enjoy your CM Punk ice cream bars that I can't have because I'm in Canada, and you guys can't send it to me because it'll melt by the time it gets here. So, anywho, I'm never gonna enjoy a CM Punk ice cream bar. I don't think. And it's sad. So, anyways, This match is going to be great. I'm so interested to see how CM... Apparently, he's in great ring shape. According to the people on the heel set, the guy literally has been... It looks like he hasn't, like, missed a beat, and he's been training secretly. Like, he's still, like, he's got, like, no rust. So, I think it's going to be still an epic match. He's going to put over Darby huge. Darby's going to get put over huge in this match. Ultimately, Punk is going to get the win. CM Punk's getting the win here. Darby's not going over in Punk's first match. I know a lot of people think that it could go either way. I really do think Punk's going to win his first match back, but at the same time putting over Darby Allin. It's going to be a great match. Can't wait for it. That's all I really got to say about that. Best in the world's back in wrestling. Can't wait.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Punk's going to win. Has to. But Darby won't let him go out without a fight.
What picture, Cupid Girl? Are you if it was just posted, we couldn't have seen it. We're doing a podcast right now. I know. She's like, did you see the picture with Black? What does that mean? Oh, wait. I think she's talking about the CM Punk and Malachi Black picture. They were like training UFC together. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Or sorry, not training UFC, training MMA. But yeah. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. So, are you in agreement with Punk?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Punk with you. Definitely.
And then the potentially main event, maybe an event, but Kenny Omega, world champion against Christian Cage. See, like, this match is happening again. I know we just got it, but I think we're going to get, like Tony Khan said in, I think it was the Unrestricted podcast this week, we're getting this match without commercial breaks that we got on the Dynamite or on Rampage. We're getting this match with a lot more time, alluded time. It's going to be what we got plus. It's going to be a great match. Like, these two are going to put on an epic match. Might not be match of the night. It's going to be fantastic. Kenny's going to retain, obviously. And, again, it's going to come down to what's going to happen after the match. Are they going to set something up with Kenny right away? Or is he just going to beat Kenny, or is he just going to beat Christian Cage down? So, I'm curious. I'm so curious about this match. But I'm so excited for the fact that we're still going to get a really good match, because Christian at his age can still put on these epic bangers. Look at them. Even the match he just beat Kenny for the TNA belts, that match was great too. And we're getting that plus, like, without commercial interruptions, more alluded time, we're going to get a lot more different things out of this match. I can't wait. I cannot wait, but Kenny obviously retains.
Yeah, with you. Definitely.
I cannot wait for
I'm
this
still hoping
fucking
for this
event.
Hangman versus Omega.
Yeah.
What?
I cannot wait for this event.
Yeah, this is huge.
Sunday
I wish
can't
I was
come
there.
soon enough.
I wish I was there, but
So quickly go over our picks. We both picked Best Friends. I picked Tay Conti. You picked Thunder Rosa. Both picked Moxley. I picked QT. You picked Paul White. I picked MJF. You picked Jericho. I picked Miro. You picked Eddie Kingston. We both picked Young Bucks. Both picked Britt. Both picked Punk. Both picked Kenny. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know we sure did. I can't wait for Sunday. We are going to be doing the review for All Out on Monday night, I think we said. So Monday night, look out for that. It'll be 8 or 9 p.m. I just have to double check something, and then I will get to Tiff, and we'll tweet it out. But it's going to be Monday night. We'll do a review show. And other than that, news-wise, this is kind of funny. At the same time, my fault. I'll take full blame for this. You guys can blame me in the chat and in the comment section. We did move to Sunday nights. Unfortunately, we'll be moving back to Thursday starting in October because I'm Canadian. I play hockey. Didn't realize that my hockey league actually plays on Sunday nights.
which is better for me because it's hard if we do Sundays. So
starting in October, guys, we're moving back to Thursdays. Sorry to change your schedule, all right?
all good. You guys love us.
It's like, I feel like we're AEW in its own right. We're scheduling around. We're moving the shows.
It's better. We're used to our Thursdays anyway. So plus, I already have some interviews scheduled for Thursday, so we'll go back to Thursdays in October.
We're giving you full credit, Marie, on that.
A lot. What?
Now, Marie in the chat, Kenny versus Hangman, all the way back to the BTE story. I'm gonna claim full credit for this feud. I'm right. But yes, we're moving back to Thursdays. Chat. I'm sorry. Life happens, guys. It's just you roll with the punches. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this predictions. Let us know your predictions down in the comments below. If you're rewatching this on YouTube, make sure you're hitting the like button. It's very important to us. If you are an audio listener, You guys all know you're my favorites already. We love you guys. Thanks for downloading the episode and listening. If you are on Apple Podcasts, please do us a huge favor. Give us that old 5-star rating and let us know what you guys think of the podcast and the network in general. It helps us in the chartable side of things. So you can just search us up on audio by searching up the No Holds Bar Network. You'll find the All Elite Podcast and all the other wonderful podcasts we do offer here on the network itself. Big shout outs today to Darren, who does the theme song for our podcast. That's the song Dead to Me. It's by This Wolf. He's going to get married soon. Congratulations to you. Cannot wait to see the pictures of that, Darren. I wish I could even attend it. But thank you again. Big shout out to you for letting us use all your music. You are honestly the man and one of the biggest parts of this podcast. So shout outs to you, and we love you. Thank you so much.
And I lost my train of thought of what I was gonna say. Damn it!
Something indie related.
No.
Shocked.
For now. Fuck.
I'm
Damn it.
shocked.
Kyle threw me off.
Oh, thank you, Issa. That actually means the world from you. Thank you. You guys rock. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thank
Issa, you rock. I just point at you with my pen. You rock.
Be safe.
Yeah,
Shit.
be safe out there. Anyone that's traveling to Chicago this weekend, hope you guys have a fantastic time. I hope you guys are safe. Safe travels as well. Safe travels back. And if you guys are going to be at the Arthur Ashe Stadium show, I may see you there.
If you guys are going to be there, tag All Elite Podcast with some pictures of you at the event.
Yeah, we'll retweet. Any of you guys that are there and are tweeting pictures, we'll retweet you guys on the Twitter account all weekend long. So
tag the All Elite Podcast.
Yeah. All Elite Pod. At All Elite Pod. Not All Elite, not at All Elite Podcast. It's another people that.
Yeah. So make sure you tag us. Because I love seeing, like, the shirts and the pictures and all that. So we'll live.
Mm-hmm. So.
And that's that.
So.
Oh,
That's
and
gonna
if
wrap it
you're
up.
looking for some positivity, go check out my Wrestling with Positivity post on the No Holds Bar Network as well. So I got a bunch of stories from wrestlers, parents, fans, all
That's
that
what I
fun
thought
stuff.
you were going with originally. I thought that's what you
I
were going
wanted to preach because I know sometimes, like, I'll post up on podcast, show us your food, your eating, and your shirts. I love seeing all that stuff. So make sure you. But yeah, so if you're looking for something fun to watch, definitely go check out that video because there was a lot of touching moments on that. So.
Anywho.
You can take it off.
Well, we're just going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching the All Elite Podcast. We are your source for fan discussions about everything in AEW. Again, we're live on Sundays for now until October. We go back to Thursdays. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys enjoy the pay-per-view, and we'll see you guys back here Monday night, 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time for the live review show for All Out. But I am your host as always. My name is Kyle Masters. I am your Canadian Prince, your self-proclaimed greatest host, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She's the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Lady of the Light Tubes, and the EVP of Giggles. I got all the names right without the sign. Look at that. Her name is Tiffany. And guys, as always, you know how we do on this podcast. We let my good friend Kenny Omega sign us off. So Kenny, do us a favor and sign us off, bud.
Goodbye. And good night. Bang.